emotional this game was, and at times you guys got caught up a little bit in it. Did you sense that?
I wouldn't say necessarily we got caught up in it, but you know, in a game like this, I think the emotions definitely ran high, and we felt like we knew that too. But you know, the game is the game. Is, you know, stuff's gonna happen. So I think at halftime we definitely emphasized, you know, playing with emotion, but don't let the emotions, you know, get the best of you. So I feel like we did a pretty good job with it.
When you saw Joel get switched on the band, you saw him posting, what was your reaction?
I mean, I heard the crowd reaction, so I think that was even better. I didn't know it was gonna be like that, you know. And every time we got the ball on, you know, crowd screaming, cheering, everything like that. So it was fun to see, you know, that type of atmosphere. You know, I love the playing.
Not called to the boxing crowd. I know you're kind of new here. Have you experienced something like that here yet? Or?
I think that's a good explanation for it. Philly fans, I think y'all relentless, especially on y'all former players, no matter what. So it was fun to see.
Down the stretch when they made their run, so you feel like this is the key to eventually squashing that and kind of pulling the forward?
It's being disciplined. We felt like, you know, we was getting good shots, but we had to make sure we got a attempt up no matter what, and just not fouling. We felt like it was a lot of stoppage of play fouls for them, and you know, easy buckets without the clock going. So we cut down on some of those, and you know, we feel like we closed this out pretty easily.
They shot close to 65% from the field. I guess. What do you think wasn't working for you guys defensively?
I just think they was hitting some shots. We definitely lost some of the guys. You know, defensive miscommunications. So I think that's happened. But we gotta, you know, attend to more of the shooters. Seth got 10 threes up. So we just gotta attend to that more and just, you know, find guys and make them put it on the floor.
What was working for you, to get off to that quick start?
Man, I was just feeling good. My teammates is finding me. And I feel like I've been in a little slump lately, so I just want to come out, be aggressive, play with ultimate confidence no matter what.
Yeah, do you think you guys are really starting to get in the rhythm with that starting group you guys are going with?
Definitely. I think now that we got guys back, and, you know, we played multiple games with each other, I think, you know, we're starting to get our chemistry. And I think the biggest thing is, you know, Tyrese is finding his way off the bench. You know, his scoring surges is, you know, definitely helping our team and making it even more dangerous.
You and Maxey had that one play at the end of the game where you got the rebound, you pitched right back to him for the three. Even though you guys are the main ones moving in and out of the lineup and the bench start lineup, do you feel like you guys still have like a good amount of chemistry when you're able to?
Nah, definitely. Me and Tyrese, we talk a good amount. You know, just, you know, about the game, about other stuff. So we understand what we, you know, each other can do, and, you know, we want to see each other succeed to the highest. So, you know, we're all about winning the game, and no matter what.
I'm sure you guys would rather win every game, you know, 15, 20 points, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But do you think playing in so many of these, you know, high-pressure situations is preparing you for those, you know, in the playoffs down the line?
Definitely. I think, you know, with so many new guys that that type of stuff definitely builds team chemistry, you know, trust within one another. And like you said, it's just, you know, prepares us for the long haul to, you know, be able to play in those close games like that.
Thanks, Steve.
Yep.
Tyrese, it seemed like it didn't have the normal game intensity. There was a higher level out there tonight for the crowd, both sides. This is kind of tough to try and get a game through that with all that high emotion going on.
You said it seemed like it was a
intensity between crowds and both teams, and played both teams. You know, normal to normal intensity out there tonight. Was it hard to try and get a normal game through all that?
No, it was great. It was great. The intensity was amazing. It was fun game to play.
So getting through something like that tonight, just how important was it for you guys to kind of fight through that and just get a win especially after a long trip home after beating Hawaii?
Yeah, we didn't play well. We didn't really play good. You know, they shot 60% from the field, I think Coach Doc was saying. So, but at the end of the day, those games are the ones you have to tough out and grit out, and it shows a lot about your team. And we won that one. So.
The first quarter, when Joel gets the ball and Ben's guarding him and the whole place starts to get on its feet, what's going through your mind when you see that?
I just laugh. I don't know, man. It was cool, man. The atmosphere in there tonight was amazing.
Coming off the bench, felt like you got yourself this rhythm going. It felt like as you hit one thing, you kept trying more and more, and you get rolls on the field. How does that, making the first few of your shots, play into how you're able to perform for the rest of the game?
It's like most scorers will tell you, once you see one go through the net, the basket opens up. And, I saw a couple go through the net, and then I got a couple of shooters touch bounces. Honestly, I think I was due. Hopefully, I've been missing, honestly. So, that was just great. I was just trying to be aggressive and help our team out.
With that said, you had the fourth quarter against the Clippers, was it the third quarter the other night against Sacramento, the second quarter tonight. Are you finding those moments where you're like, okay, this is where I can really, not take over necessarily, but really get my scoring going?
Yeah, it's a new responsibility for me, new role. So I'm just trying to find my niche in a way that we can help this team. I think I'm kind of figuring it out slowly but surely. And I'm just trying to go out there and compete extremely hard to help us win.
Seth made his run in the fourth quarter. James sort of made one right after. What was it like to share the floor with him, watching that kind of stuff?
At the end of the day, he's James Harden. When in doubt, he's going to do some stuff that amazes you. And that's what he did tonight. And it was big time.
Tyrese, what do you think was the biggest problem defensively tonight? Obviously you still won the game, but they had an incredible shooting night against you guys.
Hats off to them. One, they made a lot of shots, especially down the stretch. Kyrie made some layups and jump shots and different things like that. Seth played well, and then we lost them on a couple of Ben ISOs and Ben post-ups, so we lost some guys trying to help on those. And you just got to look at the film. But like I said, if any team shoots 60 or whatever they shot, you're not supposed to win that game, but we ended up winning, so that was good.
Tyrese, when you're in the starting lineup, you're kind of this off-ball guard more, and next to James and Joel and whatnot. And then when you're a six-man, you kind of have the full green light to do whatever you want. Do you feel like which mindset do you feel is easier for you as a player?
I just want to go out there and play, honestly. As long as I was out for however long, 7, 8 weeks, I don't know how much it was. It doesn't matter, 6-man, 10th man, I don't care. I just want to get out there and play. But it's a little bit different just because of who's on the floor, like you said. When James and Joe on the court, they're so dominant in their two-man game that whoever's on the court, doesn't matter who it is, has to be ready to shoot the ball because teams are trying to take the two-man game away. And then when they're off the court, I just try to go out there and be as aggressive as I can and help us get into offense and get shots for the guys and for myself.
The atmosphere for a little bit. Like, this has been such a weird situation where I think everyone knew after the trade these would be high-intensity games, but it was like Ben didn't play the first time, Joe didn't play the second time. Like, it's kind of been this almost like little benchmarks that you've had to hit. Do you guys feel that as players as well, or do you just think it's going to be like this every single time you guys play each other now?
It's going to be like this every single time we play. I think we all know that in this room, but that's what you love. You love competition, man. Competition that's why we play this game. We play the game to win. We play the game for joy, and that's what the fans want to see. That was really good out there tonight. The fans loved it. I think both teams competed extremely hard, and thank God that we came out on top this time.
Sorry if I catch you off guard with this one. I actually have a non-Sixers Kentucky basketball question. This Saturday, there's a pretty highly anticipated local high school matchup between Imhotep and Camden. DJ, Aaron, and Justin. How familiar are you with those players, and what are they getting? What kind of program are they going into with Kentucky?
Yeah, great program, the greatest tradition. Coach Cal does a really good job of preparing us for the NBA. I think you've seen his track record. But I think that team is going to play early. They were supposed to play at nighttime. I was going to try to get to it, but I think they'll play early like us. So, congratulations to those guys. I think they have three. All three of them are McDonald's All-Americans. They have another kid that's going there. I want them to go in and be aggressive when they get there and really listen and take Coach Cal's coaching because he's going to be extremely hard on them. But he loves them. And that's going to make them better in the long run. I think it does. It has done the same thing to all of his players in the league right now.
Tyrese, you guys are 19-4 in your last 23, hardly lost since you got back. You watched the games you didn't play in. What do you think the adjustment was? What do you think changed for you guys to go on such a streak like this?
I think guys are buying into their roles, buying into what they have to do. At the end of the day, at the beginning of the year, we had injuries, we had all that, but we still had a brand new team. PJ Tucker comes in, it's his first time playing with James and Joe. I mean, his first time playing with Joe for sure, but like with the dynamic duo of them. And then Mel comes in and he can provide what he needs to provide. House, we had to figure out rotations. Guys weren't playing, some guys weren't playing. Like, it was a lot. It's a lot that goes into that. And once you find that groove, that's when you start rolling. I think they found that groove in I think that was December with the homestand. And then I just tried to slide right on along with them and then help them as much as possible.
Thanks, Reese.
Doc, you would think it was the first time these two teams that saw each other this year giving the emotion out there. Just the level of intensity that was out there tonight by both teams and being able to get through it tonight.
Yeah, but there's a difference between intensity, playing with emotion, and being too emotional. And I thought, honestly, our side of it, we were on the wrong side of that a lot tonight. And we'll take the win. Both teams are coming from a West Coast trip. You didn't know how that was going to go. I thought both teams performed well. But that's a good test for us. We have to be better as far as handling our emotions in games like that. It's good to have emotion. You want to have intensity and emotion. But you don't want to be emotional. I thought we were a lot tonight.
Do you think Joel got too caught up in the Ben one-on-one?
No, I thought the team overall, not just the Ben, I just thought we got caught up in all the crap going on tonight. There's a lot of little chippiness, and that's good, but play above it, stay above it, keep playing. I didn't think we did that. And then I thought with several guys we were trying to draw fouls because, Ben had the foul, so we tried to get that. A couple other guys had fouls. We're trying to draw fouls instead of just playing. And you'll get the fouls. That's how you got the fouls to begin with. So, but, that's offense. I was frustrated. It's funny. We shot 51%. I was so frustrated the way we played offensively. And then defense, we just allowed a team to shoot 64% and won the game. So there is a silver lining there.
What were the biggest issues defensively against them tonight?
We lost our discipline a lot. In the third quarter, those 8 points were it's funny. One of our coaches, this was our coach's heart attack game, just with the way we were executing defensively. But we won, and we'll take it.
You mentioned that the offense frustrated you. What about the offense frustrated you?
Just didn't get in a lot, slow to get in everything. Even when we tried to get in there, 3 guys got in it, 2 guys didn't. It was just, we've been so good offensively, and tonight was one of those nights. It was almost at one point I think it was the first half, we had 60 whatever points, and we had run bad offense. But it was coming so easy. It was hard to get your team to know, like, this is going to catch up to you at some point. I thought it did.
It wasn't the prettiest game, and you talked about getting too emotional. Yeah. With the whole atmosphere in the building though tonight, did it feel like a playoff game to you?
Yeah, I don't even know what a playoff game feels like. You know what I mean? But it was intense, and our crowd was great. I thought we had a boxer's mentality crowd, which I think is good, but we have to handle that better.
If this ends up being a playoff matchup, do you anticipate that type of intensity?
Yeah, it'll be more. It'll be more. I mean, the playoffs are desperation, so it'll be way more.
You got to talk about, the thing is, this was a game y'all probably lost a couple of years ago. It was tied 2020. James came in and hits 2 big threes. You guys start making the shots that you needed to make. I felt like...
Yeah, we've done that, Keith, and it's great. Like, I said it before the game. If there's one thing I like about our team is our ability to exercise whatever's going on for 46 minutes and then play 2 minutes the right way at the end of the game. We keep doing that, and that's a great thing. That's going to pay dividends later. But as a coach, I'm focused on winning and just that. And so I know we have to be better.
When you had a game like that with 41 fouls called, do you feel like that's an opportunity where you change your rotations at all because there's more rest in between?
No, I still thought it was an intense game. There were a lot of fouls. I thought we were going to be here until the morning. Honestly, God, technicals. It felt there was one stretch. I said every play is a foul. And they probably were fouls. Is the sad thing. Boy.
I know Kevin didn't play, but there's been a longer time waiting to see certain matchups out here today. You mentioned how emotional everybody got. Do you think it's good to sort of finally have that out of it?
Yeah, I do. I'm glad now we can go try to beat them. Them, so I was happy with that. They switched. First play, Ben's guarding Joel, and everyone. It was a party. It was hilarious. That's when I turned to our coach and said, "This is the boxing crowd tonight. They want to see him drop the basketball, turn, and duke it out." But they went at each other, which I think is fun and good.
Do you feel like kind of the air's out of the balloon now a little bit?
No, not from our. The air will be out of the balloon as far as us against them, but not from our crowd. No, they'll be back next time we play them.
I'm talking about for your guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, didn't feel like
it wasn't normal. It was not a normal game as far as that. But I do think now we can get back to the regularly scheduled programming. Yeah.
But Doc, everybody's talking about Ben.
Yeah.
Your son-in-law was the villain.
Yeah, I wanted to just smack him. I'm not kidding either. I was gonna go over and see my grandkids on Sunday, and now I'm rethinking that now from that performance. He was great. I mean, he made every shot. But that's how players are when they come back and play against teams that they were playing for. No matter if it was a good trade, bad trade, they want to kill you, and he did that tonight. So I get that. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Doc.